Good morning, sixth grade. This week, we are going to be talking a lot more about plate boundaries and tectonic plate movement. We're going to especially today be analyzing some patterns at plate boundaries. And we started doing that on Friday as we looked at the patterns between earthquakes and plate boundaries. And we're going to go a little bit deeper into that today and see if we can figure out exactly what is happening there. So our big question today is, what is happening to Earth's plates during an earthquake? How is it affecting them? And then more importantly, do the moving plates cause earthquakes to happen, or do the earthquakes cause the plate to move? So we're going to look at that today in our do first, and then we're going to kind of explore that throughout the rest of class as well. In your warm-up section of your Google Doc, I want you to go to the very top, read that really short blurb up here, and then we're trying to highlight one of these claims. Which one right now do you think is true? Plates move, which can cause earthquakes, or earthquakes cause the plates to move. I want you to pick one of those and highlight it. Once you have the one that you want, you're just going to highlight it using the little highlight tool up here, either one. And then underneath that, I want you to tell me what is actually happening to Earth's plates during an earthquake. What is going on that you might either be able to see, or maybe even things that you can't see happening? So which of those claims is true, and what is actually happening to the plates on the top of Earth during an earthquake? Then I want you to go ahead and go to this bottom section here where you see a map. Last week, we learned that there is a pattern between where earthquakes are located and where plate boundaries are. The map to the left right here shows earthquakes that occurred in Southeast Asia and around Australia. What I want you to do is edit this map using the scribble feature to try and draw where you think the plate boundaries might be. So in order to do that, you're going to double click on that map and you will get the same thing right here. Make sure you don't edit any of the text over here. Click on the arrow next to the line. So it'll say line, and if you hover over this, it says select line. You can then pick the scribble button and you will be able to draw anything that you'd like on your actual map. So once you do that, you can also change the color and you can even change the thickness so that's a little bit easier to see so that you can show where you think those plate boundaries are. So obviously this is not where the plate boundary is. I want you to use what you know about the patterns we looked at with earthquakes and plate boundaries and draw as many of the plate boundaries as you can. When you're done, you can also try and answer this bonus question. All of these earthquakes that we see on this map, how long of a time period do you think the earthquakes on this map occurred over? If you have a guess, write your answer down here. You can just use this text box feature and make a little text box there and just tell me how long you think. Was it, 70 years? Was it 5 years? Was it, this morning? What do you think the time period here is? You can use that text box feature. If you also just click on this box here, you should be able to just start typing right into it. So that is going to be your do first this morning. Once you're done with that, you can stop there and we're going to go through the rest of our classwork together. We're going to be using our simulation again today in class, and we're going to use it a little bit more in depth. We're then going to use that simulation to try and think of a conclusion about our question about the Mesosaurus fossils. And then you're going to have an exit ticket in Elluminate today. So we're going to make sure we get through all of that work before taking a few minutes to go into Elluminate and take a pretty short exit ticket there. All right, you can get started on that, and then I will see you in live class. Have a good one.